After today, I get it now. I understand why everyone is being called to leave the Democratic Party right now. I don't know if it was always this way. I don't feel like it was always this way, but this party has been infiltrated by the devil. I watched a few lives of these protests today, and I found something in one of these protests that was actually scary. Now, these pictures are not the best because I tried to get screenshots from these as quick as I could, but this lady right here, and I have no idea what state this was in, but they pulled up this gate of hell, and this devil lady came.
Yes, we have seen demonstrations, people coming out in numbers to demonstrate against Elon Musk and President Trump. Who are the NGO elite behind this? On this video, we are going to find out. Elon Musk shared a post that two people have been arrested. It is important I show you what exactly is going on. But before we do that, there is this video I want you to see, extremely concerning. These people took over the street few hours ago. If you remember, I have seen the mainstream media promoting this over and over. And some of them are finding out that what they're doing is not okay.
Two suspects arrested in a vandalism spree against Teslas. Now, D.C. police connecting the suspects to 5 different incidents in the past month.
Fox 5's Shamari Stone has the details.
Tonight, some of the Tesla owners tell me that they are upset that people vandalized their cars. One woman says that she is pleased that police made the arrest and that the suspects turned themselves in. D.C. police saying 49-year-old Justin Fisher, 50-year-old Emily Fisher from Northeast, shown in this police-provided surveillance image, are charged with several counts of defacing public or private property. Take a look at this map. They're both accused of writing political hate on 5 different Teslas over the past month in Northeast D.C. Phrases including, "I like what Musk is doing. Ask me about my supporters. Let's do away with the administrative state, buy a Tesla. I love Musk and hate the federal government. Go Doge. I support Musk. In the Department of Education." Across the country, after Tesla CEO Elon Musk took charge of the Department of Government Efficiency, cutting federal spending and laying off or firing thousands of federal workers.
Yes, expose who are the NGO elite behind this. Meet Justin and Emily Fisher, the DC power couple, now charged with this. Justin Fisher spent nearly 15 years at the GAO, the same bureaucracy Elon Musk Dodge reforms aim to streamline. Emily Fisher is an executive at Smart Electric Power Alliance, a non-profit that pushes green energy policies here. Going after Tesla, the one man actually making clean energies scalable. You can see the hypocrisy in this. You understand exactly that politics is all in this. SEPA lobbies for federal incentives hosts lavish summit and partners with utility giant. Yet its leadership is now linked to pretty crime against Tesla. This is the non-profit industrial complex exposed, tax-funded, elite-backed, obsessed with power, not progress. Elon Musk shared this, and this is exactly what is going on.
After today, I get it now. I understand why everyone is being called to leave the Democratic Party right now. I don't know if it was always this way. I don't feel like it was always this way, but this party has been infiltrated by the devil. I watched a few lives of these protests today, and I found something in one of these protests that was actually scary. Now, these pictures are not the best because I tried to get screenshots from these as quick as I could, but this lady right here, and I have no idea what state this was in, but they pulled up this gate of hell, and this devil lady came out of it. What this lady was portraying was her walking out of the middle of that sign right there. She literally opened the gates of hell and walked out onto that stage. And I don't know if you can see this one as well, but this guy right here came out right after her, and he was also dressed like the devil. Of course, they had the guy running out with a chainsaw like Elon because they wanted to distract you from all of this. But the irony of them coming out of a sign that said gates of hell and then coming out and saying that Trump had opened the gates of hell is crazy. And not only that, but after they finished their speech, they had a whole devil squad come out and they did some kind of choreographed dance. And the proof is all over the place, okay? If you go into any conservative content creator's profile right now and look in their comment sections, look at the amount of hate and disgust that is being spewed from this party right now. Believe it or not, it is possible for you to disagree with someone and be upset that your candidate lost without having to tell people that they're ugly, that their entire family is ugly, that they deserve nothing in life. I hope you get everything you asked for. Like, this is demonic stuff, y'all. And believe me, I am one of the ones, like 2 years ago, I would have said, okay, look, we don't have to put the devil in everything. The devil's not the cause of everything. And I still believe that. I still believe that some people do use the devil as an excuse to excuse their bad behavior, but this is like undeniable. This is putting the devil right in your face and wanting you to celebrate him. And you know how I know? Because they came out of the middle of those gates of hell and then tried to tell you that Trump is the one that opened the gates of hell. So if you are feeling called to walk away from this party right now, do it. Okay, walk away. Protect your peace and protect your soul. They have had people in the streets all day long screaming out 8647. If you are screaming out for the death of someone else and then claiming that you're not working for the devil, I can't help you. And I know that the right had their things to say about Joe Biden when he was president, but in my opinion, there is a very big difference between saying, let's go Brandon, and saying 8647. I still am not going to call myself a Republican. Like, I am not interested in joining that party, but I will tell you right now, I will never, ever, ever call myself a Democrat. I do not claim that energy, and honestly, I want to be as far away from that as possible.
Feels like it, right? That said, may I suggest that you go to bed kind of early, hydrate, eat your Wheaties in the morning, maybe put off the Friday night cocktail to make it a Saturday night cocktail this week, if at all. I'm only saying that because tomorrow is going to be very busy. Saturday is going to be very busy. I said at the top of the show, there are more than 1,200 protests planned for tomorrow in all 50 states. I stand corrected. It is more than 1,300 protests planned in more than in all 50 states. It's expected to be the largest single day of protest since Donald Trump took office. Joining us now is Ezra Levin. He's co-founder of Indivisible, which is one of the groups that is promoting these events tomorrow. Ezra, thanks very much for joining us tonight. You were here just a couple of 3 weeks ago talking about the earliest idea for April 5th being sort of a hub for events all over the country and in Washington. How has the organizing gone? What has the response been compared to what you expected?
Gosh, Rachel, it's been incredible. Can I just say it has been incredible. We knew when we announced 3 weeks ago on the show that this was going to be the week where we saw an election in Wisconsin. We were cautiously optimistic about that election in Wisconsin for the Supreme Court. We didn't know we were going to kick Elon Musk's butt all across the state, but we were cautiously optimistic. We also didn't know that Cory Booker was going to give this incredible speech, inspiring all of us and telling us that he was taking a stand in response to pushes from his own constituents. And we also didn't know that Donald Trump was going to launch a global attack on the economies of not our economy, but the global economy. This confluence of events, this sense that they are overreaching so much and there is a possibility to fight back and win is leading to this just incredible response. As you said, more than 1,300 events every single state. Yes, there are over 100 events in California. There are more than 60 in the state of New York, more than 50 in Washington. But it's not just blue states, Rachel. We see 17 events across the state of Montana, 14 across Alaska. This is everywhere. We're not just talking about one event in every state. We're talking about multiple, sometimes dozens of events. And these are normal, everyday people who are saying, hey, I've had enough. I've seen institutions fall. I've seen the universities. I've seen businesses. I've seen law.
Yes, this is Russia. They were the one behind, promoting this demonstration that happened yesterday. And what is the end result of that? I want to know because Elon Musk is unstoppable. I watched the other day. They got up like, oh, Trump has fired Elon Musk, which all came out to be a lie. CNN did a segment yesterday saying this was a strategy the Trump administration did just to distract people. But I was like, Elon Musk's position has always been there. Even if he's not there, these Dutch activities will continue. It is big organizations working every single day to look into some of these issues. So, what is the concern with Elon Musk? Because he's the head. What exactly? I don't get it. To me, if it's possible, Elon Musk should not step aside because what I see now, they attribute to this loss that happened the other day with the Supreme Court, like Elon Musk contributed to that. Elon Musk not near. Okay, during the election when Trump was campaigning, Elon Musk moving up and down. Why is it that these same people didn't say that Trump won? If you are in politics, know that sometimes you will win. Not every time you have to win. You will lose sometimes. So I don't get it.
Yeah, look, the number one problem in almost all these cities is George Soros elected left-wing, anti-police, pro-criminal district attorneys who refuse to keep people locked up. Just yesterday, they put somebody back on the street who's wanted. You cannot solve this problem, and both Harris and Biden have talked very proudly about what they call progressive district attorneys. Progressive district attorneys are anti-police, pro-criminal, and overwhelmingly elected with George Soros's money, and they're a major cause of the violence.
George Soros into this.
And finally, new rule to those on the right who keep asking me, Bill, you're so good at roasting the woke nonsense peddlers. Why don't you go all the way and join us? Let me give you the short answer. Because I don't want to live in North Korea.
Thank you guys who is with the sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. For clips, if you see that is just for the YouTube algorithm, I usually add you can end here if you want.
Administration isn't exactly getting the heroes welcome.
Fact that the Americans finally realized what the reality was, namely that if they had come here to nuke as planned tomorrow, they would have been met with riots.
This is a Fox News alert, a crushing blow for Democrats who had hoped against hope.
Brad Schimmel, that has included Elon Musk pouring tens of millions of dollars.
I think you saw a repudiation of the fact that.
I do think the Republican takeaways tonight are going to.
The margin right now, Randy Fine in the lead with 53.7% of the vote against.
I bet you there are a lot of people that voted for Trump that wish the Kamala
and a lot of people who didn't vote.
Obama, everybody, he had never been to the White House.
Everything you want to hear.
Do you think